one of you is gonna feel real good when we ship off this beautiful Les Paul Standard to the winner of our giveaway when we hit 100,000 subscribers. Let's kick it off with Les Pauls under $2,000. These are gonna be the more budget-friendly Gibsons, and like I said, if you're in the market for any of these, click to buy using our link, and right now you can get 18 months, no interest financing on Gibson. You'll find all that pinned below. The cheapest Les Paul in the lineup. I actually really like it. There's a split camp in terms of opinion on this guitar. I found it to be really a singing, pretty cool guitar, and I mentioned it earlier, it's the Les Paul Modern Lite at $1499. $1499 is the entry point into Gibson USA Les Pauls. This is gonna sport a slab mahogany body that's been contoured for a very comfortable playing experience. It's got a satin finish. It's got some beautiful colors where the body and the headstock actually match, which I think is very cool. And this is just gonna be a nice, lightweight, comfortable, entry tier level Les Paul that does everything you want a Les Paul to do. It's just a little thinner, a little lighter, and the basic entry into the lineup. One of my favorite guitars that Gibson has put back into production, which was lacking for a little while, is the Les Paul Studio at $1599. The Les Paul Studio is going to be, like I said, your workhorse Les Paul with just less cosmetic appointments. They did an awesome, stellar job on the latest iteration of the Les Paul Studio. I'm a huge fan. In the similar price range of $1599, you can check out either the Les Paul Junior, which has a single P90 and it comes with a hard shell case. I think this is a great value. Or the Les Paul Special, which is gonna have a single cutaway and two P90s, also with a hard shell case. Also a great value. Rounding it out just under $2,000 at $1999 is the relatively new model, the Les Paul Modern Studio. And this is gonna have some souped up features like an ebony fretboard, black binding on the fretboard itself, and some more modern features and upgraded electronics that make it worth checking out too. All right, that wraps for under $2,000. My pick there in that whole category is absolutely the newest Les Paul Studio. That Les Paul Studio at $1599 in this group is my favorite, followed by the contrasting guitar, which is the Les Paul Junior, because there's just something so cool about a single P90 Les Paul Junior. It sounds fantastic, and it is a real rock machine. All right, let's talk Les Pauls from about the $2,000 up to about $2,600 range. If you take a Les Paul Standard and instead finish it in a satin finish, like I talked about, instead of full gloss, you're gonna get the Faded series. And it's a great value at around $22.99. You can get the Les Paul Faded 50s or 60s Les Paul Standard. In the $2,500 to $2,600 range, you can check out the Deluxe 70s Les Paul. This is gonna sport those mini humbuckers like I talked about. They're about the size of P90s, but they're just mini humbuckers that fit in that space. You can also get the Les Paul Standard plain top. These are really cool metallic single color finishes that look fantastic. Those are a great value because at $25.99 you get the plain top with a really popping color, which I think is really eye-catching. The new model, also at $25.99 here, is the Les Paul Standard 50s Mahogany, so all mahogany construction. And then one of my favorite Les Paul Standards, just because it stands out from the bunch, is the Les Paul Standard 50s P90 in gold top. And this one is a great value too, because it's a Les Paul Standard full gloss finish, the works, but it sports a pair of P90s and it's $25.99, cheaper than its Les Paul Standard humbucker counterparts. All right, and now we're into the territory of the banner Les Paul Standard. The Les Paul Standard is gonna come in the 50s or 60s iteration at $27.99. You can soup either of those up with a AAA flamed maple top, and that's gonna run anywhere from about $26.99 currently. Actually, one of those is on sale, the 60s exclusive. You can find our link for that. All the way up to just over $3,000, depending on the AAA flame top and the particular model that you're going for. And topping out this price range at just under $3,000 at $29.99, you've got some great artist models here. You've got the Greenie, the Les Paul Kirk Hammett Greenie Les Paul, which is fantastic. You get this out of phase sound from the humbuckers. And all these we have reviews for, so you can watch the reviews for all these Les Pauls on the channel. The Greenie was one of my favorites. I love the sound of those Greenie buckers. Incredible set of humbuckers in that guitar. You can also check out the Adam Jones Les Paul Standard. It's a really cool approach to what he would traditionally be playing a Les Paul Custom. Gibson USA doesn't actually make a Les Paul Custom right now. It's missing from the lineup, if you ask me. But the Adam Jones Les Paul Standard is a really cool take in silver burst on Adam Jones' iconic Les Paul that he plays. And finally, maybe the biggest ambassador of the Les Paul for Gibson in recent decades is Slash, and his partnership with Gibson is wide and deep. Rephrase that.
Good. Anaconda burst.
This long-running collaboration between Slash and Gibson goes way back, and really some great models here. At $29.99, you can get the Slash Les Paul You can also get the Les Paul Jessica, which runs $31.99, and just some beautiful finishes and options in this Slash collection. That rounds out pretty much everything in terms of the Les Pauls. At just over $3,000, we top out with that Slash Jessica, but there's one more. They bumped up recently all the way up to $39.99 into custom shop territory. This is the Les Paul Supreme. We did a review of that guitar. I can tell you that the Les Paul Supreme, despite the high price tag, was not one of my favorite guitars of the bunch. And nothing's wrong with the Supreme, but I will tell you, as we kind of wrap up talking about price, it's not just about price. You don't have to buy the most expensive Les Paul. All the power to you if you want to, but you can find a great deal. And some of the standouts, like I mentioned, are the Les Paul Junior or Les Paul Studio at $15.99. If you want a Les Paul Standard with a satin finish and save a little money, you can check out the Faded series. Of course, there are the banner Les Paul Standard 50s and 60s. I think I may have flipped. I've always been a fan of the Les Paul Standard 50s with that thicker neck. The last round of demos that we did, I had a Les Paul Standard 60s that might have just changed my mind. And if we're talking humbuckers, I love P90s, but I think my favorite humbucker is actually the Burstbucker 61s. I think those are my favorite humbuckers. Alnico 5 magnets, a little hotter, modern output. And those 61s to me just sound absolutely fantastic. You can tell me in the comments below, which is your favorite model, P90s or humbuckers, or both. Let me know below. Let me know your favorite Burstbucker or humbucker that Gibson is currently using in their guitars. And let me know which Les Paul you are in the market for next. There are some great options, and I'm gonna tell you honestly, I love covering Gibson because I really feel like Gibson is in one of their best ages in terms of what they're producing right now. Jim DeCola, master luthier of Gibson USA, is doing an incredible job with an incredible team, really delivering what people want out of a Gibson Les Paul, and you can't go wrong with the legendary Gibson Les Paul. You can get one now with easy payment plans, 18 months, no interest, makes it super easy, very fast, free shipping. All that is down below using our link. And I can't stress enough, one of you is gonna feel real good when we ship off this beautiful Les Paul Standard to the winner of our giveaway when we hit 100,000 subscribers. Thanks for helping us grow this community of guitar players and traders. For Play and Trade Guitars, I'm John, that's Zach behind the camera. Thanks for checking out this list of the current models from Gibson USA, Les Pauls. We're gonna look at SGs next, so make sure you subscribe, be in it to win it, sign up below, and shop below. Until next time, I'm John. See you next time.